I've seen MGTOW videos making predictions about the future of being a single man, primarily with how governments will be trying to crack down on it in an attempt to bring fertility rates back up. The one I want to talk about in this video is the Bachelor tax, and how it's essentially already here, it just hasn't been passed in any direct legislation. Here's a chart of the different federal income tax brackets that exist in the United States and how they vary based on your status as single, married, or head of household. Let's say that we have a man and a woman who file as single. The man earns 50 grand and the woman 10 grand. With the singles tax brackets, the man will be paying $8,271.25 in federal income tax, and the woman will be paying $1,036.25 for a total of $9,307.05. If these two were married and filed jointly, their combined income would be 60 grand, and they would only be paying $8,072.05. That's a difference of $1,235 extra that the singles are paying. Another example is the extra tax break married people get in the sale of a home. If you're single and you sell your house, you can qualify for a tax break of up to $250,000. If you're married, however, that benefit jumps up to $500,000. How much your spouse makes doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if you're divorced. As long as you two live there together for 2 years, and it was both your primary residences, you can bank that extra 250 grand. Now at this point, some of you are going to say that this is a tax benefit for those who are married, not an extra tax on those who are single. I'd say that's the same thing. Regardless of what you call it, people who are married and file jointly are paying less tax, and people who file as single are paying more. Another argument I've seen about this is that tax breaks are the equivalent of coupons. When you go to a restaurant and use a coupon, it's not penalizing any of the other customers. It's the business itself that's making the decision to take a smaller profit or loss to attract more customers. If it's a pizzeria, the owner's using his own money or a loan from the bank to pay for the business expenses, like the pizza dough, the employees, whatever, so he can give discounts to whoever he wants. The main difference between a coupon and a tax break, however, is that the money you're saving is your own. A tax break is the government allowing you to keep more of your own earned money. So if the government is keeping more money from singles who earned it and allowing married people to keep more of their money that they earned, then the single people are being penalized. It's a bachelor tax. I'll go even farther and suggest that the government is trying to not just give an incentive to get married, but a specific type of marriage. It wants marriages where one person is the breadwinner and punishes marriages where there's two. Here's an excerpt from the 1996 Congressional Budget Office paper titled, "For Better or for Worse, Marriage and the Federal Income Tax," and a table that goes along with it. Quote, "Couples with a more equal division of incomes between husband and wife are more likely to incur marriage penalties and are less likely to receive bonuses than couples in which one spouse has significantly less income than the other or does not work at all. One-earner couples received 7/8 of the total value of bonuses in 1996, but represented less than one-half of all couples. On net, their income tax liabilities were nearly $29 billion lower than if they were required to file individual tax returns. By contrast, the 1/4 of all couples in which husband and wife, both earning at least 1/3 of the couple's income, filed 1/2 of all joint returns, incurring marriage penalties, but only 2% of those receiving bonuses. As a result, those couples paid $15 billion more in taxes than they would have if they had filed as individuals. The government wants a specific type of marriage, not the magic egalitarian one where everyone's pulling their own weight and everyone has the same responsibilities. No. They want one where one person is doing all the legwork. Who usually does that? The man or the woman? The man. They didn't need to pass any type of special legislation. It doesn't even matter if it was intentional or not. The reality is that if you're single, you're paying more tax than if you were married. You're penalized for being single. The bachelor tax is already here, folks.